everybody. Welcome to episode 13 from the ADU show. And today's topic is about how to design your space to fit for your furry babies, pets, dogs, and cats, and everything else that fits under that. And today's guest is Melissa Dolo, and she's the founder of Pup Rider. Welcome, Melissa.
Hey, Noura, thanks so much for having me. I think dogs and ADUs are hot topics right now, and I'm super excited to be chatting with you today about some things that I've seen that are popular, but also some things that I know from myself for dog boarding are really helpful for pets in small spaces.
Welcome here, Melissa. Can you please tell us more about who you are and what's your business?
For sure. So yeah, my name is Melissa. I am the owner of Pup Rider. It's a pet taxi service in San Diego. What the heck is a pet taxi service? Well, it's pretty much to get pups or cats to wherever they need to go. So whether that's appointments to the vet, the groomer, maybe they are on a rigorous training schedule and they're puppies, or maybe they're going to daycare, 3 times a week, 5 times a week. I'm really here to help those busy pet owners get their dogs where they need to go. A lot of folks got dogs or cats during the pandemic, and they were home with their dogs 24/7 working remote. Now they're going back to the office, they're traveling, their dogs and cats are missing them, and they're also wanting to get out of the house and get active. So I'm really here to step in to help those owners who might be busy or traveling to make sure that their pets are having an active lifestyle as well.
I love this idea because, my dog does not want to stay at home. My dog wants to be outside playing and living his life.
So Pup Rider started in 2023, but the idea has been here for a while, and I've been dog walking and dog sitting since 2015. And I always knew that this was kind of a cool idea, but I didn't really know if I had the resources to do it. But with the pandemic and with everything becoming so customized and things coming right to your door, I realized this was a really cool idea. So it's really cool to bring additional services to dog owners. I am pet sitter, CPR, and first aid certified, and safety is really important to me and my business.
You enter so many homes, and I want to get your feedback on, does the homes that you enter have the design that is comfortable for dogs? Do you see that?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely homes that are really set up nicely for pets. And then there's other spaces that maybe are smaller or they're not set up perfectly. But I have a few top things that I love when I walk into a home. So first is when the front door or the back door has like a little area for you to take off your shoes, wipe those paws that might be dirty from being outside. Maybe having a few shelves where you have the leash, the harness, the poop bags, the wipes, to just keep everything really organized for the dog walker and for the owner when we enter the home. Another thing is for cats. I think it's really cool when owners have the litter box kind of hidden and kind of private. Some folks keep it in their bathroom, but I love when it's like near a window so that you get that air flowing, and they have little curtains over it and you can't really see what the cat's doing, and you also don't really smell what's happening. And sometimes that can serve as an end table or a side table as well. Same with dog crates. You can have it on the corner of a room next to your couch and put blankets over it or towels, and it's super private and cozy, and it almost looks like a piece of furniture. And again, it's multi-purpose. The dog is safe and they're in their little sleeping quarters, but they're also, you really can't tell that it's a crate. It looks just like a nice little piece of furniture. Awesome. I also board dogs at my house frequently, and I have a backyard. So outdoor safety is super important to me. And these are things that I always want to ensure at my house, or if I'm visiting a dog, that these things are in place. Making sure that your gates are locking behind you and that they're automatically closing, because if your gate is open or ajar, pets can escape. Making sure your fences are high enough that your dog can't see the neighborhood dogs, or they can't jump or escape if they're getting anxious. Having motion-centered lights or any type of lights in your backyard is really helpful when you're playing outside at nighttime, or when you need to pick up their business at nighttime. And then making sure your plants are pet friendly, whether it's indoors or outdoors, and talking with your landscaper to make sure that if they're, putting down chemicals for weeds or pest control, that you know what those chemicals are and that it's safe for your dog or cat to be outside after they've sprayed.
Yes, and NPB Design Studio can help you design your landscape to be friendly with your pets. So if you need that, please contact us and we'll come and check your backyard and see if it has any toxic plants or anything that could make this backyard more friendly for your furry friends.
It's so true, because I had a woman come over with her dog and she actually asked me about one of my palm trees. And she said, "Is that one of those toxic palm trees?" And I said, "I don't think so." And I talked to my landscaper about it and he said, "No, this is what this one looks like. I think it's called a Sako palm." And I double checked, I went online, I researched, I talked to my landscaper and he's like, "No, what you have is fine." But it's really important to know what you have in your own backyard before allowing, folks to come over with their pets if they're running around.
So, from your opinion, how can we improve our homes for our pet other than like the small organization? Since ADUs are small and tiny, the space are tight. From your experience or friends' experience, how would that affect our dogs and cats?
Yeah, no, great question. And I've broken this next area down into 3 categories: convenience, comfort, and safety. So we're going to start with convenience first. I say stick with vinyl flooring. As much as carpet looks cool and feels great in your bedroom, you and I both know that if there's a stain or a smell, it's really hard to get out of a carpet. And cats and dogs are constantly coming and going from outside, and maybe they have an accident or they throw up. It's just so much easier to use a Swiffer or a Clorox wipe to clean up that mess than have to worry about carpet. Creating shelf space throughout, whether it's bins or closed shelf space where you can kind of hide those items like, pet bedding, pet food, all the harnesses, leashes, cleaning supplies. Just having little nooks and crannies where you can put those items is super helpful. And this one's huge. Easy access to your backyard from your home. I have stayed at homes where I've had to get up at 5 in the morning, get my shoes on, get the harness, get the leash, get the poop bags, go outside, walk the dog. Not only is that not really safe for me and the dog, it's just not convenient. So if you're able to just open your back door and the dog can run outside in a little fenced area, it's so great. So even with ADUs, you can still have a little fenced in area in the backyard or in the front yard. In terms of comfort, you and I both know dogs will bark when someone comes to the door, right? It's kind of just like in their nature, they're protecting you. So if you can stay away from chime doorbells and maybe just get the Ring doorbell with the notifications on your phone, that's really important. And solid wood doors are also great so that they can't see outside if there's like a window and they don't really know who's at the front door. Lots of windows for light and air. I think that's really important, especially for a small space. It makes it feel like the area is bigger and it just feels open. You can also have a ceiling fan. I love ceiling fans. It'll keep the air circulating for having pets. And it's just a nice to have in a small space. And then last but not least in this category, I think if you can get those HEPA filters either in your HVAC system or you plug them in throughout the house, that's really helpful to have that fresh air, especially if you have a cat and or a dog living in the same space. And in terms of safety, there's a few more things to keep in mind. A double lock, like maybe you have a smart lock and then you have like a deadbolt, or an additional screen door. Some pets will dart out the door as soon as it's open. So if you can double check and make sure that you have an additional barrier that they can't just get out, that's really helpful. I have recently had a dog stay with me that is kind of an escape artist and knows how to get the door open. You know, those handles that are kind of like, they're just like this. He knows how to hit it and knows how to open it. But I have a double lock, so he wasn't able to access the smart lock. But it's kind of scary. So if dogs are anxious when you leave, they could escape. But really making sure you have double locks and or double doors can be great. And I'm a huge advocate for smart devices. In this day and age, technology is fantastic. So if you have the smart thermostat and you can change your temperature, if it's too hot or too cold, you can change it right from your phone. Smart locks, you can right from your phone, make sure your home is secure and your dog sitter or dog walker can access your home easily while you're not there. Cameras, I have Nest cams in the front of my house, the back of my house, in all my rooms. And if I'm not there, I can monitor the activity. I can talk to the dogs if they're upset. I can say, it's okay, I'll be home soon. So I think the technology is fantastic. And last but not least, any Alexa enabled devices. Think about the shared walls, because if dogs are barking, you wouldn't want your neighbors to hear, like if it was a multi ADU unit, like where there was two ADUs
Attached
together.
units.
Yeah. So like it's maybe something you can add as well, or if you think it's important, like just knowing like where the living space is versus where the sleeping quarters are, and maybe not having those walls shared or having closets in between to kind of like mitigate that noise. And then she also mentioned installing thicker insulation if any units are shared to help with any noise reduction when you have pets.
Yes, so sound insulation, thicker walls, or using closets, or thinking about the echo that happens if you have an attic. So how is the echo affecting you? All of this we can help you with. NPB
Fantastic.
Design Studio. Just mention NPB Design Studio so you can get a promo code from Melissa.
A lot of dogs like to have music or maybe like a sound machine going while you leave. So you can just say, Alexa, please play, relaxing sounds. And then your anxious dog will be more calm while you're away from the home.
Wow, I love it, but I think you're missing something. You're missing
What's
Pup
that?
Rider. You need Pup Rider. You need your dog to go outside. So remember to call them so that you can schedule your next appointment with the spa, with the groomer, with the doctor, whatever you want. Remember that Pup Rider can take your dogs.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention a few more things about why we're different. I know there are some ride sharing services that do offer rides for owners and their dogs. The major difference there is the owner needs to be present for those rides. I'm talking about busy dog owners during the workday that don't have the time to get their animals where they need to go. So I'm there for you when you're busy and can't be there. Also, our insurance is covering the dog and the dog's needs. For these other companies, they do not cover the dog. They are only covering the human. So if something happens, there's an accident of any sort, the dog is not covered. So I want people to know that there are some really big risks there. Also, other ride sharing services can discriminate against dog breeds, or if the dog is too big, and they'll cancel the ride, or they'll show up and then just say, I can't take that dog, and drive away. So we don't do that. We will take your dog. We do offer a meet and greet to make sure it's a good fit for everybody. Not all dogs like to ride in the vehicle. They get scared. It's a safe ride. They either will be in a crate or there'll be a harness to safety belt hookup. Safety is very important to me, and I want to make sure you know that your dog is safe in my care. So there are other options, but I like to keep the ride fun and also make sure your dog is safe in my custody.
Perfect. Can we hire you to take our dog to the dog park?
Yeah, also I offer, thank you. So I do have a few other services besides my pet taxi. If you do need your dog or cat boarded, I can board them at my house. I've gone to other homes as well to sit. I dog walk, and then I also offer pup adventures. So if your dog is in the house all day, feeling bored, and wants to get out for a hike, wants to go to the dog park or the dog beach, let's go. Let's get out there and have fun.
And is it going to be a private entertainment or is it going to be shared with other dogs?
Yeah, it's totally custom and totally private. So Chico and me are going for a ride. It's just us, no one else. They can tell me what they want to listen to on the radio. We'll have a good ride, windows down. It is private and it is sanitary. So after each ride, I make sure that I clean, I spray, it's sanitized, and really just making sure it's a safe experience for everybody.
Melissa, can you tell us how much in advance can we book your adventure trips or book you for any doctor appointments?
Yeah, 3 days notice is perfect, because as you can imagine, appointments at the vets and groomers office are also hard to come by. So we want to make sure that our schedule aligns with your schedule at those vet and groomers appointments as well.
Okay, perfect. So you'll get a better chance with booking Melissa if you book before 3 days. So keep in mind 3 days in advance. Perfect. Thank you so much, Melissa Dola, for coming with us and for sharing your experience. Again, it's a new topic. Nobody has talked about it. How a tight space can affect your dog or affect your furry baby. Um, For me, I design spaces that heal, inspire, and empower people and dogs. So if you want me to design your house, let me know. And please share, like, and comment on this video. We want to produce more and more and more on different topics. If you have a topic in mind, email us or comment on this video. We're excited to be here for the 13th episode. Like, share, comment. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for having me, Noura.
Thank you.